the mo, 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 mo. Do the mo, mo, mo. Do the mo, mo, mo. Do the mo, mo. Do the crypto mo, 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 mo. Do the mo, mo, mo. Do the mo, mo, mo. Do the mo, mo. Do the crypto mo, 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 mo. Do the mo, mo, mo. Do the mo, mo, mo. Do the mo, mo. Do the crypto mo, 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 mo. Do the mo, mo, mo. Do the mo, mo, mo. Do the mo, mo. Do the crypto mo, 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 mo.
Let's fucking go, Mo.
Go, Mo. It's a new one. It's a new one. How's everybody?
Oh, you are on mute, sir. Classic Mo.
Oh, Mo's on
Every
mute?
time, man.
Not
I
me?
had like a solid 10, 15 streams where I didn't do that. Now I'm right back to it. Back to fucking mute myself.
I will.
Hey,
I will never forget.
Shout out to you.
Mo.
You know what you're gonna say.
Mo. Yeah.
I know you're gonna say. Go ahead.
Mo doing a live stream for 40 minutes on mute before he realized it.
Oh, did that happen once?
Oh yeah, I was doing it on the fires, and I got like the entire time I can see in the corner like comments are just building up, but I'm like, I'm not gonna get to the comments because I get too extracted. I'm gonna do the spiel and then I'll get to the comments after. And so I do like 40 minutes, and then I get to the comments, and dude's the only one left in, but all the comments are like, "You're on mute. Hey, you're on mute. Hey, Mo. Hey. All right, I'm gonna come back. All right, I'm out." Dude's just there. He's like, I'm going to stay here until he figures out he's muted. I want to see this. Shout out to you for staying there the whole time. That was rough.
Yeah. Well, at
There's
a
a
certain
lot-
point,
there's a lot
I
to
had
remember.
to. I had to see the reaction when you realized you've been on mute the whole time.
It's like watching a bad movie. You're an hour into it. You're like, there's only half an hour left. I'm plowing through this. I have to see how this ends.
Yeah.
Oh my God. All right.
I think this
That's
is a
not what
new
we're here to
saying
talk
I'm
about.
going to do. Let's fucking go, Mo. No FOMO.
That works.
No
No fucking FOMO from me. You're not getting any of that.
Yeah.
Let's fucking go. Zybar's here. He's in the chat and he's in the stream. Multitasking like a champion. All right. So we're here to talk about Uranus, fellas.
Have you explored Uranus?
Have you explored Uranus? Yeah.
I mean, thanks to you guys, I am deep in Uranus.
Mm.
This is yeah, I'm super excited about Uranus. Let me pull up your chart because I wanted to talk about something.
I figured it's a special occasion, so I had this Jägermeister bottle. So, and I haven't had Jaeger in years, but you know those Jaeger bombs. I'm not going to be doing any Jaeger bombs, but I do got some Jägermeister here, and I'm ready with a shot. Got a Tiger beer to keep hydrated. Got some water. Got some olives. I am ready for anything.
You got to stay loose when you're exploring Uranus.
You do. You got to keep it light.
Yeah.
Just keep those inhibitions loose when you're in Uranus. You know,
Yeah.
Don't need to be uptight.
Yeah.
So I want to bring up this chart because I'll tell you what, I haven't seen a launch chart that barely went down and then went right up. That's a pretty neat little chart we got there for a meme coin. Like, what are most meme coins? It goes like down, up, straight down. So you guys got something here. And we're just
I think the main benefit of this one is the reflections. You know, people see reflections. Once they get it, they realize, wait a minute. Not only is there a buy and burn that's going to be around 50% of the supply that will be burned, you get paid on every buy, sell, and transfer. So a lot of good things here. And this is going to be some incredible stuff. We're going to teach people on base. You know, the pulse shape people know it. The tight necks people know it. But the base community, this is brand new territory for them. So that's really exciting. And we started working with some Uranus. We started working with some base influencers, and we've also got chats with a base business development ecosystem builder. So it's not only Uranus, but there's a lot more coming to base. A lot more coming to base. I'm going to do an
Uranus is
introductory
making
shot.
moves.
I mean, it's middle of the night over here in Singapore. I'm going to just do a shot. This one is for you, Mo, for all that you've done ever since day one in Tight Necks. You know, back in the old days, you used to have the pup back there, give the pup some treats and everything like that. Here is to you.
I appreciate
Cheers.
you, sir. Doggo's in the
Ooh.
other room right now because she doesn't like being in this room with the computer. She just
Ooh.
doesn't like it. She's got a bed and it stays behind the green screen, and
Right.
she doesn't like being out of action. So she stays with the senior whenever I stream. It's kind of fun.
It's a little bit opposite with Dude. He's got a couple kitty cats, and whenever he streams, they just can't get enough of it. Get all over the couch, get up on his, get up there in the back. So that's their part. They contribute too.
The senior actually has a cat here, so it's kind of
Oh,
funny.
well,
'cause the dog
senior
and-
has a cat. Okay, yeah.
yeah. So she's got a cat, and then I got the pit bull, but the cat couldn't be bothered by the pit bull at all.
That
Doesn't
is the
care.
friendliest pit bull I've ever seen. I mean, the story. Most pit bulls got a bit of an attitude and all that kind of stuff. So, has yours ever got more snarly with strangers, or is he a baby? Is it a girl? It's a boy or girl?
It's a girl, and she
How is she?
she's a lap dog. If she
Oh, yeah.
if you let her, she'll jump up in your lap. She has no idea what she is. She doesn't have any aggressive bone in her. I'll be honest with you. I've only seen aggressive pit bulls on TV.
Yeah.
Growing up or spending a lot of time in Texas, over 10 years in Texas, I knew a lot of people with pit bulls, and they're all the sweetest dogs I've ever met in my life. Now, I never actually met a pit bull until I came to Texas, just because for wherever I stayed and wherever I lived in the past, they didn't have a lot of them. But Texas has got them all over, and everyone's got like the nicest pit bull in the world. They're sweet as can be. It's literally the example of if you got a messed up pit bull, it's probably just a messed up owner.
Right. Bad upbringing, just like kids. Just like kids.
Sad to say. I mean, yeah. Anyway, but it's wild because like this cat will like try and eat my dog's food, and my dog will just be like, oh, and then walk away. And I'm like, no, bark at the cat, snarl at her, something, claim your food. Nope, doesn't. She's just like, oh, I guess it's not mine. She'll walk away. It's hilarious. But let's stop talking about dogs and cats. Let's talk about Uranus. Let's fucking go.
Yeah, let's get serious for a minute.
Yeah.
Total seriousness. How big do you think Uranus is going to get? Like, how wide open do you think this is going to get?
Well,
I'll
I
let you go
I don't
first,
want to speculate on the chart per se, but I
Users.
do know
How many users?
Man, how many users can we fit in Uranus? I don't know. That's a great question. I mean, I think it's unlimited, really. But like to me, like what I'm really excited about is creating this liquidity web. Coming very soon, we're gonna add a bunch more pairs. Because to me, like James was saying, yeah, obviously what we're looking at here matters on the chart, but what's also very interesting is the reflections and just diamond handing Uranus and earning more Uranus. Like that's super simple. Like the price could be completely flat, but you're earning more of this cap supply deflationary token. You're getting more and more of that supply. And to me, like James is saying, that's something that we really want to spread awareness on. Like people are not familiar with reflections, and that's what needs to be shared the most. Like and it's going pretty rampant right now. Like in the Telegram chat, everybody is very happy with the amount of tokens they're earning. This is a tried and true tokenomic that we're excited to bring to base.
I mean, it's Thursday morning for me right now, and we already have over 120 in the stream.
Wow.
So that tells me that
120.
people are excited about Uranus if they're streaming in on a Thursday morning over here.
That's for sure.
So, earlier you're talking about Pulse Chain knows about reflections.
Yeah.
For anyone who's who isn't maybe familiar with PTGC, you should look at that, because that's kind of what we got going on here. And especially as you expand out your liquidity webs, it will really be what you have going here. It kind of makes me wonder if maybe there should be a little bit of cross promotion just to make sure that Pulse Chain is aware that a PTGC like crypto is now in base. I don't know. Maybe it wouldn't be worthwhile, but you never know. You get 5, 10.
Oh, I think it would be.
Chain
I mean,
over.
I first learned about it from Blastar. You know, I got it at the $2 million market cap, and those 30% reflections were insane. And I made I did quite well, and I think a lot of people did quite well in Blastar. And it had a whole story behind it, because that was the game that Elon Musk created when he was age 14, 15. Then he sold it. So they had a whole narrative going. They had the game on their website and everything like that. So it was really cool. What they did over there, they really had it going on.
I tell you what, I see this comment right here, and I get it, because I've had some people in my DMs be like, "Look, bro, there's no way I'm gonna post about something called Uranus. Why? Like
It's a
seriously,
planet.
Let's like unpack this. Why are you embarrassed about posting about Uranus? Because you're already posting about crypto. And as we all know, all your real life friends and all your family's making fun of you for posting about crypto. So who fucking cares if you post about Uranus? Especially if you can come back and be like, I made a couple G's on Uranus. Who's laughing now, bitches? I'm just saying. Like, come on, get over it. Like, who cares about being embarrassed? I mean, what embarrassment is there when you're making X's? Like, fuck out of here. Do you think I care about respect from my banker friend if I make more than he did in a given year off of my crypto that he thinks is fucking dumb? Like, how fucking happy do you think I would be to be like, hey, how much you make this year at Bank of America? Well, I made 30 G's off Uranus, bitch. Like,
my life changed because of Uranus, you know?
Bro, I'll make a shirt. I'll fucking tattoo it. Like, are you kidding me? I made $1 million off Uranus. I don't give a fuck. You think I have shame? Zero shame. Let's fucking go. That's what the whole point of this bull market is. Zero shame. We're shilling ourselves. Let's fucking go. Tell me you're embarrassed about shilling Uranus. That same person's probably in butthole on Solana. Like, get out of here. So I'm not pronouncing it the other way, because that's the point. That's what makes it funny.
Absolutely.
Right. We're just here to have some fun and win in crypto at the same time. Like, what's wrong with that? Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
That is
the plan, sir.
Yeah, on the X28 pairs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I know of 5 tokens now that are coming. They're OG tokens that are coming over to base fairly soon. So that right there is, again, what people aren't like I saw somebody mention SafeMoon. They're like, people know what reflections are. Well, SafeMoon had the right idea, but where they went wrong is they didn't have that liquidity web. And when people got bored of the token, people stopped trading it, volume died off, and the reflections basically disappeared. And then people started selling, the chart goes down, and it just goes down and down. Where we're doing this different is the LP web. Like, that is the secret sauce here, because now we're paired with several different tokens. We're getting arbitrage bots coming in. Now we've got bots entering and exiting Uranus constantly, and they are paying you a tax to do that. Like, you get in Uranus and then just stay there, and then bots just go in and out of Uranus rapidly and pay you to do it. Like, it's just
it might be the magic, like magic internet money at its finest. I'm calling it MemeFi 3.0, you know?
Every week we're making up like MemeFi 3.0. Now it's DeFi 4.0. Like, Fart 5.0. Let's fucking go.
Yeah.
No,
But I
it's,
mean, just you know the powers of this. You know what PTGC is and how many pairs do they have and what kind of volume do they put up. This is really easy to pull off, I think, for us to. But and then again, the secret sauce being build on X28. So now we're leveraging the entire power of X28 with the liquidity web. Like we've got so many different factors that are working for us. Besides, like who can say no to Uranus just on its own as a meme? I wouldn't say no.
You didn't.
No, I could not resist.
Could not
James
resist
approached me, and I just was like, "How can I say no to that?" Like, it was just a match made in heaven.
well, I think I saw already you guys have over 250 holders of.
I was just
Uranus.
pulling that up, but as you know, I battle with Cloudflare, so I'm just trying to pull that up. Yeah, it's Uranus is catching on. It really is.
254 as of right now.
Is it?
That's legit. Because you can probably say that, I mean, most of those are probably still us. As we get this out more and more and more to base, you get 100 more users here, 100 more users there, 100 more users here. Before you know it, we're going to be a couple months down the line. There's going to be 1,000 holders of base or of Uranus on base. And then what happens, like you said, as we're building out these liquidity webs, as these other tokens start coming, Uranus is then linked to. I think Inferno said they're gonna move over. I don't want to spill the beans on all the tokens that are coming, but I know they publicly said so I can say that that's one of them. But as we start building that out and those relationships start getting linked, it sort of grows its own community over there more and more. And it's like everything else we've been doing. It's death by 1,000 cuts. Not one move will ever be the sort of the kill shot. It'll be everything combined, working together like it's been doing. I see some comments where Uranus comes out and they're like, what? Titan X didn't do a 10X? Well, this is dumb. Like, well, I think maybe you had an unrealistic expectation of where this is going. It's one project at a time. When the very first build on Titan X project got launched, we didn't go to the moon. But all that burning that got done through all those protocols brought us as far as we are now. So now we got our first thing on base. What happens when we got 5 things on base? What happens when we got 10 things on base? What happens if one of those catches on like fucking wildfire? Just one of them. What happens if, just think about what happens to the X28 Titan X flywheel if Uranus gets to 100 million market cap and is doing, million in volume a day plus. I mean, can you imagine what that's going to do to this fucking flywheel? We're just getting started. And just because we make a move and it doesn't go to the fucking moon instantly doesn't mean that we're not still moving forward step by step, day by day. This is death by 1,000 burns, death by 1,000 cuts. We're getting there. Let's fucking go.
Yes. And so much utility coming. Like we've got Ouroboros live. That's so. Again, same thing. They're like, why is it not instant moon? Well, like it's not how any of this is designed. I mean, like think about like instant moon on any legitimate project. That's like it's like 0.001% that actually do that.
And then they insta dump most of the time. So
yes. Yeah. Like this is something we're building that's a long-term strategy that's building up as we go. And you can see the holder counts always steady increasing. The burns are happening. Somebody is saying, why is Titan X burning stopped? I mean, I don't know that it's stopped. We still have
it's not stopped.
Things in place. Yeah.
Maybe he's talking about
maybe
V1,
they're thinking it's just not as strong. Yeah, or maybe they're talking about V1, which that's a dead horse topic right there. V1 can only buy and burn Titan X. Yeah. Anyways, is Ouroboros coming to
as builders? I mean, we can't rely on one protocol to do all the magic. The purpose of all of us builders is to be innovative, come up with things to encourage people to transform their tight necks into the X28. Then they can use the layer 0 bridge, come on over, and just get right in your anus and go to town. And there's going to be so many more options. The dude and his liquidity web. I mean, look at Element 280. Look, just look what happened over there. And with gas being pennies, the bots are going to be pretty. I believe, not financial advice, not future thinking statements, but I think the bots, the ARB bots, I think they're going to do a lot with this new liquidity web.
I agree. Yeah. Like they're not going to be able to resist making a few pennies off Uranus. And it'll be a quick in and out. You won't even see it or feel it, but you will get a bonus. Like your balance in your wallet will increase. Like it'll be so seamless. Like you don't even know what's happening. Like, oh man.
Yeah. And base fees are super cheap. So anyone who wants to start providing liquidity over there on base, that's definitely an avenue to go. Base fees are ridiculously cheap. I know ETH fees are cheap right now. Don't count on that lasting. I feel like that's a false sense of security. They're lulling us in. Like, $1 a swap. Fucking 4 months later, you're like, back to $100 a swap. Son of a bitch, they got me again. But when it's $100 a swap over on ETH, it's not on ETH on base. It's usually still less than $1. It's super cheap over there. I remember when I was doing liquidity plays over there, removing an LP position and then placing it was like 3 pennies. Like 3 cents to pull an LP as opposed to $40 to pull an LP on Ethereum at the time. So
I was like compounding. I saw I had like $12 in rewards on an LP, and I was like, oh, it's like a penny. I'll go ahead and compound that. Like on ETH, you wouldn't even consider that. You'd be like, I would pay more in gas fees to even do that. But
we have to wait for it to be like $100 to $200.
Yeah. Oh, I would say minimum 100. Usually like 300-400.
Sure.
A good rule of thumb for me is any plays, if it's under 1,000, I think twice about it before I make a play. It's tough out there, but like if you're not careful, you'll get eaten alive by gas fees. So like that's something to consider. But on base,
if you want to lose your mind, I was gonna say if you want to lose your mind, I think on Etherscan there's a spot where you can plug in your address and find out how much that particular address is spent on gas. Oh God, don't do it. Oh no,
I don't want to know.
It's like playing video games in your 20s and then finding out there's a timer for how long you've been on the system. You're like, what? How? I played a month on Grand Theft Auto? Yeah. I spent $7,000 in fucking gas fees over the last 3 years? Yeah. It's rough. So you'll see that and you'll be like, I'm going to base. I'm done. I'm base and pulse chain forever. I'm done.
I mean, I know exactly you can talk shit about it, but like you're not making those plays. Like I'm making plays and I'm paying a shitload in gas, but I've made my returns in crypto. Like it still makes sense to make those trades. It's
I mean, you don't do it. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah, exactly. So I didn't mean to cut you off, James.
No. The only thing I was going to say is I was remembering fondly that there was this link. Somebody said, check your gas fees. And I was like, I wonder if I really want to do that. So I've got 2 wallets that were fairly active since 2020. And one of them was over $9,000 in gas. $9,000. And that was one that I used quite a bit back in 2021 DeFi, MemeFi, GameFi, NFT summer. I mean, everything was $10, $20, $30, $50, $100. I used to do this thing called, what was that one? What was it called? One of the NFT, not Lucky, it begins with L. Looks Rare. Looks Rare. I remember that. Did you ever provide liquidity for Looks Rare?
No, but I remember when it popped up and everything.
I'll tell you, one of my buddies, I'm in one of these chats, and one of the guys, he said, "Hey guys, I just got like 6,000 Looks Rare," and we're like, So first of all, what's that? And who cares? He says, it's not the airdrop. He said, check out the fees. So whenever you buy or sell NFTs on there, there's all kinds of looks rare generated. I put about $3,000 or $4,000 in. So you put it in there, you stake it, it gets in there with ETH. Every week, I was making $1,200 to $1,500 for about 6 weeks in a row. I didn't care that it was $150 to stake and unstake. It literally just cost doing business. Business.
Yeah. I mean, we all know, we're all in crypto. Like, the opportunities are just endless in crypto to make money. No doubt. That's why we're all here.
Hexatitan Politican has a comment. I've got an opinion. Does anyone else have opinions? What site they use to bridge?
I just posted a link to the official, like, I'm on base.org, and they have 2 bridge links that they sponsor, at least. I mean, they're hosting a link to them on their website. So I would suggest that those are, I don't know. To be honest, I don't even remember which one I used, but it was seamless. But I felt like if it's on Base's website, then there's pretty low risk of loss of funds there.
Back in the old days, it was a 1-week withdrawal period on Base, because I remember our good friend Rudy, Titan Legends. He built a couple things over on Base, and if you wanted to bridge over, you could bridge. It was a 7-day wait period, and I was like, 7 days. But I discovered this thing called Rocket X, and for a while, Rocket X was not available in certain countries, but now it seems to be. There's a lot of options over there, and I'm not suggesting you use Rocket X. What I'm saying is Rocket X has never failed for me. Pretty fast. It's kind of like a bridge aggregator. It gives you like 7 different options. They tell you, here's the fastest one. Here's just like an average one, whatever. So I'm a pretty big fan of Rocket X. Make sure you go to their official Twitter to use that, because you want to make sure that you're using the current, the official bridge. Try the different bridges out and see which one you like.
Just be careful with random links. Make sure you're following official accounts, official links.
I've bridged a lot in through just Coinbase, because there's no fee whatsoever to bridge Base. So if you have Coinbase, it sucks and it is what it is. But that is one benefit to Coinbase, is you can move the bridge. I have had problems bridging back on Coinbase from Base. I have had waiting periods to deal with. I haven't had to deal with that if I've done it anywhere else. And I have also done, don't hate me, I've done the bridge on MetaMask to Base. Had no problem with it. It was a minimal fee, took 2 seconds. It was done. Right. Even if they charge 100% more on the base fee, like, okay, I paid 5 cents now. Like, I don't more. Yeah. So it was super cheap. It was super fast. It was super easy. I only did a couple $100 each time, but it was always very fast.
Sure. So I hear you talk a lot about MetaMask, Mo. This new thing out there called Rabby. I was a solid MetaMask user since 2017. And to me, MetaMask was the one. I didn't care about all these newfangled wallets that came out there. And people started talking about Rabby, and I'm like, who cares? Who cares about Rabby? Once I used Rabby in January 2024, I've never gone back. A lot of interesting benefits to using Rabby. So if you haven't tried it out yet, give it a test run.
Oh, I have.
He's completely converted me as well.
I use MetaMask also because I still run into issues with Rabby sometimes, and I actually don't like the user interface of Rabby compared to MetaMask.
Oh, really?
Probably just because I use MetaMask so long.
Right,
I like that setup. I like that setup better. But I use Rabby probably 2/3 of the time, I would say.
Yeah.
But I'll be honest with you, not always will a cow swap thing beat the Uniswap. Sometimes I get better deals on Uniswap. Actually, I'll sit there and lay them out both times. I'll go to CowSwap and I'll do it, and then I'll go to Uniswap. So I mean, sometimes I use Rabby, sometimes I use MetaMask and Uniswap. It just sort of depends on the day. And sometimes if the gas is just so fucking low, I don't care. I'll just use MetaMask. I'll tell you what, my MetaMask is much faster integration with my hardware wallets than Rabby is. It's a very long delay with the Rabby compared to the MetaMask. It's almost instantaneous with MetaMask and my ledger. And if I use My Rabby and my Trezor, it's like a 5-10 second delay sometimes, and it's like,
have you played around with the different levels? You know, with Rabby, you've got like regular and instant and custom and things like that. So if you're not
they have that with
familiar
MetaMask
with
too, but I don't touch those. And so like the only time I ever touch the gas is on Pulse Chain.
Right,
because I want to shove that fucking thing through there. And I don't want to let those
I'll tell you what,
I'll
send you a screenshot afterwards. Just because I want you to have, I'm not selling Rabby here, right? I do use Rabby all the time, but it just might be you're using the lowest one. If you up that thing to
I understand how to change the
oh, you do?
Okay. Yeah, I've done it. I usually use fast on Rabby just as the default.
Use instant. I'm telling you, use instant. Use instant. Twice as fast. Try it out. Okay. Only penny more.
I think I am, but it still is not. It's for me, MetaMask still seems faster. I don't know why.
Is it? All right. Up to you.
To you. Like put it this way: if I'm doing if I'm trying to get into something that is having 1,000 trades an hour, I'm going to use MetaMask because I'm going to get in there faster. But if it's not a super high volume, I'll use Rabby most of the time. It just is what it is. Sometimes it just feels better on one or the other. Sometimes I run into new sites that have bad Rabby integration.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, just if I have to use Wallet Connect instead of the actual Rabby Connect, I'm not going to do it usually because Wallet Connect has been hacked before, and so I don't like touching that one. So it is what it is.
Yeah, I haven't had. It's been a good experience for me, but I'm not a maxi, so I'm not gonna like push it on anybody. And if what works for you, then go for it.
Absolutely.
I really like, and I don't actually use it as much as I should. The internet wallet, internet money wallet for Pulse Chain. It's kind of on everything, but I use them a lot for Pulse Chain stuff too. I use a lot. I have a lot less difficulties trading on Pulse Chain with the internet money wallet. Something about stuck transaction fees on Pulse Chain. Like these, if I'm using MetaMask on Pulse Chain, I get stuck transaction fees every fucking day. It's retarded. If I use it on Rabby, it's hardly ever.
Well, that's the other nice thing about Rabby. There's like a button in there, clear your nonce. Like I used to get so screwed up about nonce, I barely even understood what it was. You have to get in there and know which one it is and clear it. I would lose my mind every time there was a nonce problem on MetaMask. And on Rabby, they said, you know what? We understand your pain. So no more of that issue. You got to just clear transaction, does some stuff in the background. So, yeah.
That is a game changer. I kind of forgot about that because that's a game changer. I'm to the point where I've had so many fucking nonce errors. Sure. It's just like, oh God, this again. It's stressful just because I'm like, I know it's a problem and I need to deal with it, but it's not stressful in the sense like I don't ever think I'm going to lose it because I've always been able to clear the nonce. But just to have it on that without going through the whole like change the settings, change the nonce, all right, send myself 0 with a max fee. Okay, like it's so dumb.
Let me give you one more. Like I said, it really does sound like I'm selling Rabby, but the other thing I like about it on MetaMask, you got to add the CA in every single wallet. And I was thinking, what is it? Built in like 1993? Who built this thing? So with Rabby, you add the CA in one wallet, and it's in all of them. So
that's true. That's a good point.
There's a lot of benefits to it. Play around with it. See what you like best. So far, I liked Rabby the best.
Yeah, fair enough. I still use Phantom sometimes, every now and then.
Oh, well, Phantom did that integration with MetaMask, so that was probably clever. Don't know how useful it is. Who's coming in? Who do we got?
What's up, Jukes?
What's going on, guys?
Jukes, yo, welcome.
Welcome.
We're getting sidetracked. Bring us back on topic. We're getting sidetracked. We're talking about hard wallets.
Well, I think the topic is about your Uranus, right?
Well, I mean, we're here mostly for Uranus, but we're willing to talk about anything crypto. Anything that makes we're here actually to teach people to ask. They can learn, they can ask questions, and maybe they can teach us some things. And that's how we got into the whole wallet thing. But yeah, I think Mo wanted to talk about Uranus. Like you want to get in that. We did a nice giveaway.
Why you got it on me?
Well, I pinned it on you because when I first, like I said, I was literally doing some actual real work in Web3, and this whole thing came up. Mo is live, and I can't resist. So I stopped in, and you said you were talking about Uranus, which was funny, and then you said, "Wait a minute, I've said Uranus like 3 or 4 times. I'm not saying it again. I'm not." And then you continued to talk about Uranus. It just kept coming up, and you kept laughing about it every single time. And then we decided to do that giveaway. So we got a stack of giveaways that we just did, actually, that we're about to send out. And yeah, we appreciate everything you do, Mo, ever since the very beginning. People like you. You are a real guy. Perfect name, genuine real Mo,
Mo's a
all
soldier.
good stuff.
Mo's a
Appreciate
soldier,
you guys.
man.
All right, but let's talk about Uranus. Jukes, what do you think? What do you think? Did you think you think Uranus is the catalyst for bringing people onto into X28 and into Titan X, or do you think Uranus is the catalyst for bringing more protocols from Titan X onto base?
Good
What do you think it's going to be more worthwhile?
That is a good question. Well, I think the builders are going to be already in the process now of like transitioning things to base. So I bet you all that stuff is going on in the background. We just don't really know about it yet. And I think when it comes to price appreciation, green candles bringing in more people and bring more green candles, right? So if Uranus can carry on having those nice thick green candles, then I'm sure we're going to see more green candles coming, It'll bring more people into X28, right? And it'll bring more people into base, grow the community over there. And I think that's positive for the whole ecosystem. So I think it's doing good, man. I'm liking it. Every time I check bubbles, I'm seeing a nice big green Uranus. So so
We haven't even played around with Sora yet. Sora is the OpenAI video. We haven't even played around with Uranus in Sora, but we'll get there. I created this little baby Dragon X one in what's called film noir, so it's all black, and it was pretty cool. But we have yet to explore Uranus with Sora, and that's on the list. We got a lot of things on the list, but that's next on the list.
Yeah.
Have you done any image generation with Grok 3 yet? Because Grok 3 just came out, and I had it blow my mind yesterday. Dude, I typed into Grok 3. I was basically like, "Fuck me up," and it just did this whole thing where I was like, "Oh Jesus!" And it was like, "You want me to blow your mind more?" And I was like, "Keep going." And
did it roast you, or did it come up with some random topics, or like what?
No. I was basically like, "Give me a mind fuck."
Oh, a mind fuck.
Oh, it did. Oh,
Did
it did. Oh, it went down like multiverse and like what was one of the ones it did? Now I can't even vacuum consciousness. I mean, it was like some crazy shit. Like it was absolutely like the entire universe is a parasite, and everything you do is just part of attention feeding the organism. And you're like, oh Jesus. And then it was like, and I had to go down like 5 or 6 different rabbit holes, and I already forgot it all. But at one point, it just completely blew my mind. It was like, "Do you want to keep going?" And I was like, "Nope, I'm good. You fucked me up."
So, many years ago, I still am. I mean, I'm a big sci-fi fan. I'm a gamer fan as well. And I took a look at the universe, and when you look at the universe, you see galaxies, and you see like connection points, and you see clumps of galaxies. And then if you take a look at the brain, the way that the neurons are all connected, if you put those 2 images together, those are extremely similar. So some people talk about the universe being conscious. Some people talk about, have you ever heard of the single electron theory? Have you ever heard of this? No. So one of the wild theories by a well-respected physicist is that there is only one electron. And that electron, because of all this crazy physics that I can't explain and wouldn't even want to attempt, that there's only one electron in the whole universe. And, it goes into this whole great big paper and big explanation about why that's the case. Can you imagine if there's only one electron, and that is the only electron in the universe? I mean, it just blows your mind, all these crazy theories.
There's so many.
Go into the post that I have pinned on my page, because it gets like.
Oh, okay. Let's do that. Why don't you bring it up? Let's see it.
No. It's super long. Like it's paragraphs and paragraphs and paragraphs, like pages of just mind fuck ideas.
Is it?
So just
I mean,
go to it.
Do you think
go to it if you
your
like, and check it out.
do you think Uranus is like infinite across several universes? Like it's like
It actually referenced Titan X and Uranus in the fucking mind blowing shit.
did it?
It's yes.
So wait
Like,
a second, Mo.
it-
Sorry. So you asked Grok to blow your mind, and it started talking about your anus.
no, don't pin that on me. I just said blow my mind. Then it started talking about Uranus.
Oh. That's impressive.
Yeah, no, it was like Titan X and Uranus are. Oh, what was it trying to say?
They're
It was
not
like,
just meme coins, they're subconscious bets on which celestial forces dominate the next loop. Mind blown yet, or should I keep going? I can't wait. I'm glad you brought that up. I may have missed it. I mean, because there's so much happening, and I follow so many people. I have to say you are one of my favorites. I don't see all your posts, but I'm definitely going to delve into that one. Yeah, I'm definitely going to.
X does that all the time. I'll see a notification for something that was like 7 days ago, and I'm like, I never saw that post. That's a good post. Sorry.
Yeah.
Like 7 days later. Yeah, I get that a lot. But anyway, Grok 3 is going to be really interesting as they roll this out. So I'm really excited to see what the image capabilities are of it, because the last version wasn't bad. I made a lot of stuff with that.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see what the new one's going to be.
With Grok
Jukes,
3, even
what's
shows
your
you
thoughts
thinking
about
it.
these AI things? Jukes, I barely know you. I don't know your whole story.
Sure.
I'd love to hear it sometime. What's your thoughts about AI, these large language models, the future of AI? What's your just overall thoughts or in depth about it?
I just think AI is so with the invention of computers and where it's going to in AI, what we're seeing is we're replacing for a long time. It's actually an interesting question to think about. For a long time, consciousness and instinct. So beings with consciousness possess a level of intelligence. What we're doing with AI is we're separating these two things. A lot of people, they think AI is going to become conscious. Personally, I think that's impossible. But what we're doing is we're separating these two things out. So we're now creating machines which possess high levels of intelligence without possessing any consciousness. So where I think this is going, I think it's going to be huge, actually, like in the next 10 years, 20 years, where this is going to be, we're probably going to look primitive now, our AI models, the same way you look up the iPhone 3, which I remember one of my first phones, right? The iPhone 3 looks primitive now to the iPhone 16, etc. So yeah, but this is I think it's going to replace a lot of jobs. I think a lot of people will be made redundant in various fields, especially highly repetitive fields where people do repetitive type jobs. I think AI is going to replace a lot of those people. So in my opinion, guys, if you want to get rich, you have to get rich now. Who knows how that's going to change society? I'm not a sociologist to answer those deep questions, but yeah, that's my general thought.
Gotcha.
So I think it's going to get about that.
So you brought up and I know we're really into Uranus right now. Let me bring up one more thing about this because I love talking about this.
Sure.
So you brought up that you don't believe AI will ever be conscious. And the interesting thing is it is very difficult to define consciousness. In fact, we really can't do it. It's even hard to define intelligence. There's levels of intelligence, but what is consciousness? Will we ever even know if AI is conscious? And then there's the crazy theories, probably in the post where Grok takes you down the deep hole. Are we conscious? Are we alone in the universe? Brain in a vat? Are we a single brain in some type of container, and our sensory is just nerves, eyes? Are we just seeing other things, or are there actual other people out there? There's all kinds of crazy rat holes you can go down.
Love it. Jukes is frozen, just stunned.
Oh, Jukes is frozen. Hopefully he comes back.
Broken.
Jukes, if you can hear us, do a refresh or leave and come back. Because you got this going on. You got a good look. Great screenshot. Great screenshot.
Yeah. Blowing minds. That's what happens when you go from Uranus to philosophy. Oh my Lord.
I'll
You're
add
muted.
one more thing to that. Yeah.
Gotcha, bitch.
What? um, there is lots of debate on that topic, but I think one thing is for certain is like we will all see the results in our lifetime. I think we're going to see in the next 10, 20 years, like we're really going to know like that this everything we're talking about is going to be so ramped up, like that we're going to fuck around and find out in our lifetime.
Cool.
So, dude, it's funny you say that because I have conversations with a 91-year-old a lot, and you know she was born in 1933. You think about what world that was. Like she literally, like, I don't want to tell her whole story because she kind of wants to tell it, but it makes her emotional. She doesn't want to cry on camera, so we haven't been able to do it quite yet, but we want to. But you know, she was, you know, fucking 8 years old. Got evacuated off the island of Guam because the Japanese were coming. And then World War II started. Like, she's been there, you know, from propeller planes to the jet age to people landing on the moon, if they did. And, you know, to where we are now, you know, she's like, I hope I make it to 100. I want to see where this is all going. I want to see what this AI shit's going to do. I think it's going to be bad and it's going to be crazy, but I want to watch it. And I'm like, I can't even imagine what that would be like. You know, I mean, I remember what it was like before the internet, and now it's here. I can't even imagine what it would be like when planes were just taking off, and then you're in the atomic age and the space age and the internet age, and like, my God, she's literally lived through the most exciting progression of humanity, like, ever.
I mean, when you're 90, kids are going to be fascinated about your stories of life before the internet. Like, that'll be a fascinating story in its own.
They'll be like, Mo, tell us about Uranus again. Just can you tell us about Uranus? How did it start? What was it? Why were people so infatuated with Uranus? How did people make money with it?
I remember when just a couple hundred people were laughing about it on the internet. We were having a blast, and then before long, it caught on, and everyone in the whole world dove into Uranus.
Yeah. Became the world currency as you know it now.
The world currency. Now we're talking about like world coin and world coin chain. Wow, interesting.
Imagine someone like asking you in the street how you got rich, and you're just like, bro, just Uranus, man. That's it. I got rich. Uranus, bro.
I got in Uranus and I rode that thing till rode it hard and put it away wet. That's what I used to ride horses, and that was the joke my uncle used to make. He used to make that joke. I mean, that guy's crazy. Uncle Tom. He's like, and my favorite horse was Misty Dawn. She was a pretty docile horse. And he'd say, James, when you ride Misty Dawn, don't ride her hard and put her away wet. I mean, it's just you could dry the horse off, clean it, and clean her and everything like that. So this is why I am the way I am. It was my Uncle Tom. He had a farm.
You had an Uncle Tom.
I did literally have an Uncle Tom. Yeah, I did.
Oh my God! You can't make this shit up. This is amazing. Oh my God. Okay, let's bring it back to base a little bit. Back to Uranus.
Bring it back to base.
Can you talk about, dude, some of the other protocols that are going to be moving on to base?
We'd love to.
Yeah, and I wanted to give I want to give a quick shout out to Utah Crypto. He's in the chat, representing Inferno. And where was he said it's in development. Omnichain Inferno in development. We will be there soon. And we will absolutely marry Inferno and Uranus. Like, I'm excited about that.
We could have a ceremony. We could definitely have a ceremony on
that. Yes. But yeah,
what would that look like? What would that look like? A ceremony of Uranus and Inferno.
Well, the burn's there. I mean, we could probably wrap a burn story around it. Burning rings, like the burning ring of Uranus and you have the ceremony.
Yeah.
We have 4 omni-chain protocols coming. The dude has HLX, which will be H420. He has Element, which will be E280. The Baby Dragon X, which we've rebranded to Tiny Dragon Scale because we had to. We have BDX and we have Scale, and all of those are being built omni-chain. Literally, they're in audit. They will be on now. Let's hope that they're here in March. I imagine so. It's the 21st, 22nd of February now. So
Yeah, I feel pretty good about that. I was
March,
gonna give the 2 weeks meme.
We're gonna give 2 weeks. Yeah, 2 weeks.
Yeah.
2 more weeks. 2 more weeks.
Yeah.
And that's going to be exciting.
Yes.
It's going to be exciting for our arbitrage opportunities because you're going to have those 4 protocols on ERC20 Ethereum. You're also going to be using those protocols to mint omni-chain tokens, of which there's going to be LPs over on Ethereum. And I plan on moving everything over, all the BDX and all the Scale that I'm in charge of. That will all be coming over to Base. People will choose not to. They'll stay over on ERC, and that's a new way for the liquidity web. I think that's probably what I'm prepared to talk about. And the dude can always ask and add his things. I didn't know about the Inferno piece. I can't wait for Inferno to come over. We will fully support Inferno's omni-chain journey. Can't wait.
That's the sky. I mean, Inferno's burnt so much supply already, so them going omni-chain is going to burn like tons more. So it's going to be exciting. That's bullish.
Yes. Yeah. It's we're bringing existing communities over to Base, and I think that's positive for the whole ecosystem. I just like we definitely want to raise awareness to the Base community, and I think that'll happen over time. Especially like Uranus is just the beginning. That was the mission, the pilot launch for X28, but Base has no idea what's coming. We've got 5 more projects porting over to Base, in addition to more builders building on top of Base directly. We're gonna hit them by storm, and it starts with Uranus.
I'm excited to build the Base community. I mean, I saw someone from a Base account actually say they like Uranus.
Yeah, there's Base Girl. She's an influencer, Base Girl. She's got a tweet pinned right now for Uranus. We're talking to one of the business development ecosystem guys for Base, right? I joined Jesse's Build on Base meets. There was a lot of people in that thing, and I didn't get to speak, but of course in the chat. I'm telling people, hey, we're already over here on Base. We love Base. We love what you're doing. And we're here to build on Base. Base is where we're at.
It looks like the Base community are very welcoming to more projects and builders as well. So it's very exciting. And I'm sure, dude, and you guys will know about this as well, that I'm sure launching on Base for launching the contract's probably quite cheap, right? So
it's like it's a McDonald's Happy Meal. McDonald's Happy Meals cost about $5-6. Yeah, that's about right.
It must be nice.
Yes.
Launching on the layer 2. Compared to launching on E.
That's worth a shot right there. Base fees compared to ETH fees.
Well, the majority of development costs is absolutely in the coding itself and the auditing of the code. That's still always been the majority of the cost. We did have to always factor launch costs. Like when I launched Helios, it was over 1 ETH to launch. But that was like in a high gas day. We launched on one of the worst days.
Well, it was only 140, 160. Come on, don't be a baby.
This fucking guy.
It was pushing 250.
Was it pushing 250?
Yeah, it was terrible, dude. It was the worst ever. Whoa. The internet was like, the dude's launching today? Fuck this. And they just ramped it into the fucking
they tried to hold me down. They couldn't do it. We still lost. We still pushed through.
You still made it.
Yeah.
Shout out to you, sir.
Yeah, thank you.
The only thing that changed was my ladder strategy. That's the only thing that changed. I had a 12 ladder strategy ready.
Yeah.
And when I saw it was going to cost $80 to $100 to create my stake, I just changed it to a 6 ladder strategy. I didn't care. I literally didn't care.
Same here. Same. I had a 10 ladder strategy and was like, let's just do 3. Like it's the same amount of money I put in. Yeah, but I just went hard on 3 different miners and that was it.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. Like I didn't scale back the amount of Titan X I had already planned to put in. It
Me
was
too.
just, I was hoping to split that equally across 10, but instead I just split it across 3. And I was very happy with the strategy that I took. It seems like everybody in the chat's been happy with how Helios has gone, and I'm very excited to bring it over to base as H420 and continuing that original project that I came on the scene with. And it's we're about to come up on a 1-year anniversary. Actually, I'm just now noticing. Holy shit! Wow,
man, that was a year ago.
The time has flown, hasn't it? The time is flying.
Yeah, jeez. We'll have to do some kind of stream because Baby Dragon X was right around that same day, so we
were just a day or two later. Yeah, we were on February 29th. Yep.
Yeah. Let's see.
Legends.
Yeah. About a week from now.
That's wild.
Yeah.
That's so wild. It does not feel like that was a year ago.
Right.
Was it the 29th of February?
28th, and I think James launched like at midnight. The 20th. Yeah.
We were 20. So I remember it like it was yesterday. I'm being wistful. I remember like it was yesterday. We launched on February 29th, and then we went full live, LPs on March 15th. So that was the thing, and it was really funny because we were getting a lot of things like. A lot of the Dragon X community was super bullish, like, hey, first meme coin built on Dragon X. But then with the gas fees, it cost $60 to $80 to mint. So what did we do? On the third day, I had a shower moment. If you ever had one of those like great ideas in the shower, other than should I wash my hair this way or this way? So one day I literally was taking a shower and I thought, what if I just refunded all the gas? Because we had a wallet called the marketing wallet. It was 5% of the 5% of the mint we put into marketing. I said, what if we just refund every single person all the gas they paid? And we did that. That actually did increase. We only had about 70 holders, 60 or 70 holders. If gas would have been lower, who knows, it would have been different. But, the Baby Dragon X story, we did have a nice 127X run up. Those were beautiful numbers. A lot of people made a lot of money. A lot of people were pretty happy. So, and that's the key. We want people to be happy, to enjoy, and we want to innovate. And that's what we have been doing, innovating.
Mm-hmm. I mean, think about how much this space in Titan X, Build on Titan X has grown in the last year. It's been like your time perception in crypto is so strange. It actually feels like it's been way longer. And also like a year ago, it just feels like it's been so much has happened in this last year. That part of me almost feels like it's been longer than a year, since like Helios came and these protocols came, because we've got Helios, we've got Element, like got all those different protocols within Element. You got Helios, we're going Omni Chain. Like this space literally expanded like so quickly. And it didn't look like that to the community because the community just saw downwards price and they were like, oh no, like nothing's happening. And then before you know it, it's like, oh, there's like 20 protocols launching in the next 3 months. Because the builders are working, right? So, yeah, it's been crazy. Where's this going to be in a year from now? Like, I'm always optimistic about the future and where things are going. And one thing I love about the space is we've got so much like great, like intelligent builders, and the innovation that they're coming out with is just constant. Like people are constantly tweaking things, innovating things, trying to improve things. So, what happens when you put all these smart people in one room and or in one ecosystem and they build stuff? That's why I'm bullish on this ecosystem. I think even
exactly what you're saying.
Like, if you look at these like elite gyms in like Dagestan who like train like all these wrestlers or these MMA fighters, the reason why they produce so many high quality athletes is because within their one camp are so many high quality trainers and coaches and other fighters, etc. So when you put all those great brains together, you just get, you wonder why, like, oh, this great fighter comes from this camp, and then you get like 5 more great fighters from the same camp. And we're seeing something in this ecosystem where you put all of these people together, and now we're all coming and building, and now we've got Uranus, and we've got like tons of things coming, man. I'm excited for base. I'm really excited for the base community to welcome us with open arms, and just carry on building and carry on, dominating. I want to see this ecosystem in the top 10 trading volume of base.
I think that's a very real possibility. Like you said, a year ago right now, just Dragon X is out. That's it.
Yeah. That's all we had.
Now we have, 33, 34 other things built on the system. A year ago, there was, 100 trillion supply, coming out. Now, where are we? We've already burned 125 trillion. We're down to less than 100 trillion now. Like, it's wild how fast this has gone and how far it's gone. And, when something doesn't move in a day or a week, or, it takes a correction, people start to lose faith and they freak out. But like, people forget, like, in just a year, we've launched 33 fucking protocols. In just a year, with the hundreds of trillions coming out, we've already burned over half of it out. Just like that. What happens with a year of building on base, or God knows what other chain we go on to? Like, it's like everything else. It'll be death by 1,000 burns, death by 1,000 cuts. Let's fucking go. We're marching in the right direction every day.
It's a war of attrition, like people forget how, like, people think it's bearish now, like with the market sentiment and things like that in the ecosystem. But I think people forget a year ago, I think it was more bearish then. Like, there was only Dragon X, price was down minus 90%. Everyone thought on day 280 is gonna like plummet even further. Like, for me, I think that was max pain. Like, that was max bearish sentiment wise, right? And no one knew back then we had all these protocols coming. No one knew we had all these dedicated builders and all these people in the ecosystem. Now we have all that. To me, it's like, even though the price is on the correction, it feels less bearish to me. We've got all these builders, we've got all these community members, we've got more streamers, we're expanding the base, we're potentially going to get more community and support from the base community themselves. To me, this is like way less bearish than it was before, and we bounced back from how much it was before quite well. So what happens now?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
I think we're gonna have another wave of building. Another, like, I know personally several people that are building more stuff on Titan X / X28 right now. There's stuff in audits. There's people developing. There's ideation phase going on. Like, every step of the building process, there is a builder out there on that step. Like, I know for sure.
And what happens when we get more people who are building projects and these things? We get more devs in the community as well. So there's people coming from multiple directions, and it's just bullish to me. Yeah. Because if let's say before we only had, let's say, 2 teams or 3 teams of builders, and we were able to output 20, 30 protocols, within that period of time, what happens the next run if we now have double the amount of developers who can actually code, and maybe more auditors in the ecosystem as well? Well, then theoretically the output of the community could double, right, from a protocol perspective, theoretically. So yeah, I'm excited. I think we're going to build so much more. So.
Yeah, like, and don't forget, it started with Uranus.
Yep. I love, Uranus was the catalyst. We're glad to be first. We did not rush it. I kept thinking, Dude and I, we were not rushing. We came together about every 48 hours, and we came up with new ideas. We changed things around, and we tried to make Uranus as good as it could be. Easy for the community to enter. Make sure that the tokenomics are clean. Make sure it's flexible. Very good. Very good conversations. And then when we launched, we were super. It was a blast. So we gave away a lot of. We used to give away 88 million Titan X. Then we changed it to 88 million Uranus. 88 million scale. Then we moved over to Uranus, and then we did giveaways. and it's just been a lot of fun. I think Uranus has been the most fun I've had in Titan X. I don't care about the money. I'm not wealthy by any means. I live in a cheap apartment in Singapore, and I live part-time over in Vietnam. So I'm not making like millions and millions of dollars. As you can see, we're not always blowing out that 8% dev fee. In fact, you'll see on our new omni-chain protocols, the dev fee is less, because we like more adoption. We'd like to see more adoption. And we want to build some interesting things that have never been built before. The mining and the staking has been done a lot of different innovative different ways. But after omni-chain, and moving the element NFTs over into Base, that's going to be an interesting mode all by itself. Other things that are being built have immense innovation on Base. Immense.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I'm so excited about E280 NFTs going to Base. That's such
yeah.
a fun game to play right there. Oh,
Yeah.
man. So good.
Yeah, sick, man.
I'll tell you what, you guys haven't even mentioned, but I mean, there are at least 2 protocols fully built, fully audited, just waiting for the ecosystem to sort of bounce back up, and then they'll launch. You got Warp and Mizichu waiting in the wings right now. Those are ready to go. They're just waiting on the right time to drop them. So, like everything else, it's one step forward, one day at a time. One burn at a time, one protocol at a time, and we're getting there. Good Lord. A year ago, we had 1. Now we got 34. Let's fucking go. Like, where are we going to be in a year?
People forget as well the power of build on Titan X with the way that LPs are stacked, because obviously if Titan X goes up 5x, 10x, 2x even, then build on Titan X protocols, especially when they've got a buy and burn balance in Titan X or X28, their price appreciation potentially could be way more. And I just think people are not ready, because Titan X goes up 2x, you might see protocols doing 5x, 10x with just that, right? And I think that's where the snowball effect can really kick in psychologically, when people see, oh wait, Titan X went up only 2x, this protocol went up 5x, and then there might be another rush into these build on Titan X protocols, into these altcoins on this ecosystem. And I think that could be a huge catalyst, and having that on Base as well, I think that's going to be a great thing, especially for X28 adoption.
Yeah, I can see it already
big opportunities
with Uranus. People like X28 pumps and Uranus is bonded with it. They're going to be like, why is all this happening? What's going on? And we're like, that's the power of X28. That's something that you didn't even know we had baked into this. It's just like X28 has been kind of going a little bit sideways past few weeks, so it's been kind of negligible, but I fully believe being a part of this ecosystem, like, it's going to take people by surprise.
Mm-hmm.
Look, we did phase 1 was built on Titan X, right?
Yep.
Phase 2 is omni-chain, and we're just getting started. And like build on Titan X, you had no idea where it was going to go. Probably none of us could predict that in a year we would burn off over half of all the supply that was ever going to come out. Where are we going to go now that we're now on Base at this very first step? What will it be? 30 more protocols? How much more burning are we going to do in the next year? I still can't get over the idea of what happens if just one of these protocols launches on Base, really takes off.
And we've got 4 more coming. Just Dude and I ourselves have 4 more coming. So,
and don't even know what's waiting in the wings that hasn't been announced. So
sure,
these are exciting times, man. And I'll tell you what, the biggest opportunities going forward are going to be some of the least played protocols right now. Because put it this way, if say everyone dives into Dragon X and then Dragon X does its 10x, not everyone's going to get that 10x because everyone's in Dragon X. But if you pick and choose and find those lesser adopted protocols that are bonded, you might have that chance to make the next big game because you picked one of the lesser adopted protocols, and because of the bonding, it went to the moon and you were first on the moon because you got in. So, some of these arguments that some people make about like why we're not doing well, it's almost like I think you're missing the point, because these are some of the reasons why we're going to do well on the next pump. You know, like Alien X, Morpheus, you know, some of these ones that are really, you know, not heavily played.
Take a look at Phoenix really with that tiny little LP. I mean,
Phoenix
Phoenix, our bro Callum, that guy, yeah, smart guy. About one third my age. Like I feel like he knows more than me, like because his mind works differently. He's a couple generations behind me, and I really enjoy speaking with him. I would say it's time for another shot. I only plan to have one shot of Jaeger, but really, you can't really just have one shot of Jaeger. And I'm going to be up for the next 3 hours anyways, because of our we're doing some more build on base. We're build on base. A little group of us. We're going to be doing some stuff. So I'm going to have a shot. Here is to you, the community who is stuck with us, the community who believes. Oh, there's Shrey. Look, Shrey's over there. I'm watching for the dip on Titan X. Don't let me scoop my next trillion. That guy or girl, I don't know the gender. That is someone else. That is a visionary right there. I think Shrey, you know, really comes up with some good quotes. So I'm going to have a shot. This is for you, Titan X community, X28 community, and come on over to base. The excitement is just starting.
Yeah, I'm curious, Shrey. Have you entered Uranus? Are you on base? What are your thoughts, Shrey?
Yeah, Shrey, let's hear it. Yeah. Tell us your position in Uranus.
He could have quite a big position.
Shrey is probably running LP on Uranus as we speak. Just making fees left and right. Just yeah, he got in great launch on Uranus. Awesome.
Yeah, I would say that mint style is, you know, tried and true. We you know, mimicked Dragon X, Baby Dragon X minting. I guess we cut out the degradation on mint. It just stayed 1-to-1 for the full 8 days, but to me, it's so fair. It's such a fair, quick, easy launch. Very simple. Mint your own tokens, 1-for-1, and then we release it to the wild.
By the way,
I'm digging it.
May I announce that we have a new whale in Uranus? There is now someone with 47 billion. There used to be the whale used to be 27 billion, which is not me, and it is not the Dragon Horde. And this whale has 47 billion. They've minted several times. The last time was 4 days ago. Wow, 47 billion Uranus. That's a very large number. That person's a believer. 6% of the supply, because 27 billion was the high for a while. Then you had the 23 billion, the 20 billion, the 13 billion. 47 billion Uranus. That's a record. I didn't see that till just now. Wow. Whoever you are,
I still don't even believe it. I'm like going to the Explorer to see it myself. Yeah.
Maybe it's Shrey, maybe it's not. I'm just saying.
Yeah. I mean, Mark, you know what? Marco's been chatting about Uranus. I've seen a couple Uranus posts from Marco, the Hexagon. And you know, some of these people have made lots of money in drip and hex, and they can do whatever they want, right? You know, they can run tattoo parlors, and they can travel the world and grow these fantastic beards and all these other types of things. 47 billion Uranus. Look, and by the way, I'd like to make an announcement, just a small announcement. So for those of you who know Scale, you can check your reflections. All you got to do is copy paste a wallet, your wallet or any wallet in there, and that's coming very soon. Our dev is just doing a little bit of testing in there to make sure it's correct.
I'm not sure that is happening. We'll see. It's different on base than Ethereum. Yeah.
Oh, is it? There's a little change in there.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We'll see.
I didn't see.
No promises.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Sorry about that. As usual, the dude is all up on the full tokenomics. I can't imagine why that would be the case, but it'll be interesting because our dev is brilliant, and if there's a way to do it, he will find a way. So
sure. And I'm also noticing, this top wallet, it's got 121 billion Uranus. That is our LP wallet. that we're going to use to spread Uranus into this liquidity web. So very soon, a couple weeks.
Yeah.
We're going to be dispersing. Yeah. Thank you for
Any
the.
A
any
sizable amount of
ideas?
Uranus will be all over the place. And the more trades that happen there, the more R bots that go in there, the more your bag is going to grow. All you got to do is sit there and watch Uranus grow.
Mhm.
But you guys just need to spread Uranus like as wide as possible so everyone can
Yep.
get their head in there and look around and then see if that's where they want to go. You know, I mean, I took a peek in Uranus and I'm in there now. You know, it didn't look so bad.
You liked what you
Yeah.
saw, right? You
Yeah,
took
I
a
like
peek
what I
and
saw.
you said, "Man, that looks comfy. I'm gonna hop on in."
There's a lot
there."
of people
Yeah.
in Uranus, and I'm one of them. You're damn
Yeah.
right. We're having a party in Uranus.
Yeah, so you can hop into Uranus and hang out with the Mo. Yeah.
I'm in
Love it.
Uranus every day. Let's go.
I also,
Are you going to talk about a burn? Are
I
you
mean,
talking
do
about
you
a burn
ever
party?
leave? You
Oh
just,
my God. What was that?
I was just going to ask
we-
if the dude was going to not unleash, was going to talk anything about the burn party that's in the future. Are you going to mention anything about it?
I mean, I think you just mentioned it.
I did.
We do have a plan to have a burn event, you know, do a live stream, maybe some giveaways,
What are you gonna
crank up to
burn?
buy and burn Uranus.
So
We're
we
gonna
have
set it
like
on fire.
$90,000 of X28 that we can buy and burn Uranus. Right now, we're only burning how much? We're only burning 62 million Uranus every 15 minutes, which is $20 to $25, which keeps a bunch of volume going in there. We're right now at we're at a 1 Uranus to 1.4 X28. That is fairly high. Some people taking some profits, and that's fine. The burn party, the dude and I still need to figure out. Somebody saying, "Get out of my anus, Mo. Get out of my anus, Mo." There you go. The gauntlet has been thrown down.
You cannot get me out of Uranus. I'm there forever.
Do you have any like top protocols in your mind that you want to spread Uranus to link with?
I think I'm not going to discriminate. If you're a build on X28, then Uranus will get in on that for sure. Like
Nice.
the more the merrier. Like there's
So basically,
really
anyone who's in like build on X28 is going to be getting some of Uranus.
yes, absolutely. That's
In
what
your
our
LP.
yeah, that's exactly what our LP. So currently there's 12% taxes. 10% of that is reflection. So vast majority of all that tax is going straight to your wallet. And I had somebody ask me like, well, I don't see any transactions coming through. It's auto magically there. You don't even see the transactions. It just, your balance just magically grows. It's a beautiful thing to see. That's what 10% of the tax. That is all for the community. If you're a holder, you're getting vast majority of that tax. The other 2% we're using to burn Uranus so that we ensure that it's deflationary. Because that's kind of one of the taglines that we've been going with is Uranus is shrinking and growing at the same time. You know, so like the supply is
feeling, and what a strange feeling that is too. Let me tell you that.
Yeah.
Let me tell you.
It might feel a little awkward at first, but when you get used to it, it just really makes sense. You know, like the supply is shrinking, but the LP web is growing wider. And so that's so a small portion of that tax is going to our LP wallet that we're using to pair with other tokens. So as new builders continue to show up and build on X28, we will pair that with Uranus and continue that LP web. While still staying in the X28 bonded liquidity play, because that's really where that is the secret sauce.
And you got to follow the Titan ethos to be there. Like you just can't launch something and then just come on and say, "Hey, I'm here." You got to follow the ethos. That's where we're keeping it. We're keeping it in there.
Yeah, absolutely. That's important to me. For all of us to win, we do need to bond to X28 to have that single tide that's raising all the ships. Like that, that to me is very important. And that way, that's what encodes. Like if you're building on X28, you're automatically a friend. It's an automatic collaboration because everything you do indirectly supports every other project built on top of it. That's the ethos that we were trying to spread here, and that's where you get the death by 1,000 burns, as far as the X28 supply goes. So
Love it.
this really is just kickstarting. So we just wanted to kickstart X28 on base with Uranus, but like I said, this is just the beginning. We are absolutely going to grow this web. We're going to spread Uranus to everybody on base. This is not a pump and dump. This is a
Nope.
new meme that we are the new meme tokenomics that we're trying to get to these people. This is what memes should look like. Fair launch.
I'll bet we start a trend. I'll bet you. Let me look into the crystal ball for a minute. Just a little bit cloudy. I'll bet that we see a lot more reflection tokens on base now that people know what reflections are, and they say, "My goodness, this works." Fork our code. If you love it so much, follow the Titan X ethos. It's not that hard. But you know what? If you don't follow the ethos and you do your own reflections, that's okay too. We crypto is a solo sport, as Stunna Breezy would always say. In fact, I just tweeted a baby Dragon X that I used about a year ago. Stunna Breezy, crypto is a solo sport. If you know Stunna, you know that phrase.
Is that James or me?
Stunna Breezy. Did I miss something? You said, is that James or me? What were we talking about?
I think I might have been lagging. I don't know what happened there.
It could have
you
been
got
me.
rugged on my screen.
Remember in Singapore, whenever it gets like the middle of the night, I don't know what they do. Maybe they shut down half the routers. I don't know what they do. But every country I've been in Southeast Asia, whether I'm in Philippines or I'm in Vietnam or Malaysia or Singapore or Indonesia, anytime between like 12 and like 5 a.m., my internet gets cut in half. Like my internet bandwidth gets cut in half. So if I speak over you, let me know and I will pause a little bit more.
All right,
Cool.
You're good, man. If you're on my stream, it's a green light to interrupt. You know that.
Yeah.
Jukes is great having you. It seems like you may be double, triple booked. So did you have any any closing thoughts? Anything about Uranus you want to ask? You got the founders right here. Anything you'd like to say about base in general and Titan X in general? Maybe give maybe people don't know you. What was your how did you get in Titan X?
I mean, okay, I can give quickly before I bounce. Basically, I was following Jake for quite a while. I was in the Pulsechain stuff, Hex stuff, and I always liked what Jake was saying. And then when he said he was launching a coin and he gave all his, I mean, I can go into this in detail possibly more later, but when he was talking about Titan X originally, I've really aligned with a lot of tokenomics that he was talking about back then. One reason that I really loved PulseX was because of the deflationary buy and burn system to it. And I saw the same model in Titan X. And in fact, I saw that on steroids with huge buy and burn and stuff like that. So I really like the ethos of fair launch and the very well thought over tokenomics. I thought it was very innovative. So that's how I got in. I was like day one, did a mining ladder, did really well.
Wow,
at that.
day one. You day oneers. Wow. Impressive.
It was good fun back then. Did a nice mining ladder, made some nice gains. And I've been streaming now. I don't even know how long I've been streaming in the community, but I've been streaming for a good few months now, probably like 3 or 4 months. I don't know. It's gone very quickly. And exciting stuff. I've done a lot of streams with dudes, so particularly looking at the element ecosystem and stuff like that. So I'm very bullish on all of the stuff dude builds. And if you guys know me and you follow me, I really like element and these types of protocols. So that's why I love Uranus as well. I like the LP web. you know, and these types of things. So Uranus is a good one. So my closing thoughts on Uranus is that I think it's bullish. I like to get, you know, I think having green candles on the layer 2 of Titan X or X28 on a different chain is a good way of bringing people over to X28, bringing the base community as well. So what you might see with Uranus is it can suck in 2 communities. It can suck in the base community, and it can suck in the ETH Titan X community and push them into X28 and push them into Uranus. So I think that's really bullish.
Push them into Uranus. Like literally, you've used so many different interesting phrases there. So many good ones.
That's what I think. So I'm bullish on it. Like it can suck into different types of people right into Uranus. So with that being said, guys, it was a pleasure exploring Uranus with you guys today in the stream. I look forward to
great to see you again, Jude.
Uranus more. And thank you for having me, guys. It's always a pleasure to be on, you know, with the Mo and James, all these, and dude, obviously all these OGs in the community who have been here building, even when price is down, streaming, even when price is down.
We don't care when price is down. So, we don't care. Like just like Mike Dean likes to say on the weekly Titan X spaces, red candles, green candles, we're always here. It's the same with Dude and I. We literally pay no attention to price. Somebody just bought $1 billion Uranus. Nice buy. Good. And possibly because now they see the value of Uranus. Now that they've heard a little bit, you know, some different stories. $485 buy of Uranus.
Uranus is a trendsetter.
I think it is.
Yeah.
Just keep hitting Uranus, and they can't ignore it.
Yeah. And also, real quick, Jukes, we just announcement. It was in our Telegram, but there's a poll running to add any additional people. But we're about to go to an official vote to add Jukes to the Helios DAO. Just wanted to point that out. I really appreciate everything you've done for the Helios community specifically.
You got my vote.
I'm honored, guys. Thank you very much. Yeah, man, I'm excited. Like with the vote and stuff, how it goes. Obviously, we'll have to see how things go. But if all things move forward onto the DAO, then I'm excited to continue working with you guys and building out this Helios ecosystem. You know.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Let's fucking go.
That's fantastic.
Let's do it, man. Let's do it. All right, guys. It was a pleasure to be on. It was good to be on, guys. Have a good one, yeah?
One shot for Jukes. One shot for Jukes. Cheers.
All right, there you go.
In a bit.
My liver's living vicariously through you.
Peace. Enjoy the rest of the stream. Looking into Uranus, and all the viewers, definitely check out Uranus. I think it's a good one. You know, it's maybe deep in there, but it's a deep rabbit hole that I would explore definitely. So in a bit, guys. Take care.
Take care of yourself.
Thank you for coming on.
Thank you.
We're about an hour and a half in, so I think that's a good.
Has it been 90 minutes? Why does time fly? I feel like just time flies by with you, Mel.
You know, when you talk about Uranus and you get excited about Uranus, it's, you know, time flies, man. But I'll tell you what, why don't you start us out on your last thoughts, sir? We'll have Dude.
Okay, would you like me to do an outro?
Yeah. Give me your last
would you like Dude to do his outro first?
James.
Before you do that, I just want to address Martin in the chat. Top 10 wallets hold 50% of Uranus. Just want to point out that top wallet that's basically 16% of the supply. That's the LP wallet. That's what's going to be used to spread Uranus to several pairs. So don't let that discourage you. There's that's going to dissipate really quickly as we continue to add multiples.
It's also a function of a new launch, you know,
and then
new, you don't have a bunch of people on it.
Yeah, and then the other, you know, top holder is the LP itself. That's what you want to see, like thick liquidity. Like that's if that's not that's literally at the top. We got the LP wallet and then the actual liquidity pair for X28. Like that's perfectly what you want to see when you're looking at supply distribution. And then you've got, you know, a couple of whales. Yeah.
Johnny just showed up.
Anyway,
incredible whales. My goodness.
Yeah.
James.
Johnny Papa Vegas, my boy. He's taught me more about LPing than he's probably forgotten more about LPs than I'll ever learn. So fantastic to have you over here. Hopefully you're in Uranus. Hopefully you're in Uranus. Because we appreciate everything that you do. You're probably providing LPs. You're probably one of those LP guys over there with Uranus. But grab some, because your LP won't get any reflections. Actually, it will get a tiny bit of reflections, but you won't see them. So if if Uranus is right for you, grab some.
Johnny's definitely in Uranus,
we'll have
but
to
he
fix
just
that.
can't shot Uranus. Jake mentioned the weekly streams with builders, and now he's gone AWOL. He's not gone AWOL. Every time the guy starts building, everyone's like, he's gone. It's a fraud. It's over.
Yeah.
Okay. Or just wait another week. So I would just wait. We are, like we said, we're in the second phase. We just started the second phase of Titan X. We're now on to OmniChain, and we haven't stopped. Like, it's not going to just be Uranus. It's not going to just be Helios. Like, we got a long way to go here. So hang in there.
Oh yeah.
Look, every rocket ship is a bumpy ride. Don't let the rough ride fudge you out. We're still going to the fucking moon. Rose hates Johnny. Well, Rose hates all of us. So is what it is. But James, do you want to send us out with your final words, and then we'll hit dude?
Sure.
We'll wrap it up.
Yeah, absolutely. So first of all, I am grateful every single day for my first day into Titan X, December 3rd, 2023. 33 days in. I was lucky enough. I was doing a lot of stuff over on Pulse Chain. I had made some decent gains in some different, like I said, different protocols over there. And I wasn't paying attention to ETH. Otherwise, I probably would have been a little bit earlier. I'm grateful for what Jake built. I am grateful for Eric for being a terrific mentor during Baby Dragon X. I'm grateful for the communities that we have built. I'm grateful for the founders that I've met, the friends I've made along the way, and we are just getting started. So thank you, everyone. It's been a pleasure, and it will continue to be a pleasure. 2025 is going to do some unbelievable things. Thank you for having me.
Love it. Dude. You're muted.
Oh, you're on mute.
I share that same exact sentiment. I am so grateful to have found this community, and just if you haven't looked at the Titan X white paper, check it out. It's amazing. And I can't believe it's been a year of building on this ecosystem. I'm nowhere near being done. I've got so many great ideas. Going to low gas chains is going to allow me to do a lot more than what I was limited to on Ethereum. So for me, I am super excited for this year. And I think that the Titan X supply won't stand a chance to what's to come with all the building. And do me a favor, explore Uranus, check out the white paper, understand what reflections are and how amazing those are. And if you are in Uranus, please like, share, comment, all this stuff. Help raise awareness, help spread Uranus far and wide. That's what's going to support either you directly in Uranus or the entire X28 community that it's built on top of. So thanks for having me, Mo. It's always a fun time.
I'll drink to that. Here's to a great partnership, dude. You know, ever since we first met and you invited me to be your mod, and the first thing I said was, I don't think I have enough time. How much are you going to pay me? And you're like, we're not paying you anything. And I said, okay, I'll join anyways. So I'll never forget that day. But here's to a fantastic partnership that we started, and it's been great ever since. Yet another shot of Jägermeister, and here's to all my good friends. Mo, I've been following you for for a very long time.
It feels like years, I know.
I mean, it feels like years, but it's really only been 13 months.
Right.
Cheers to everyone.
Appreciate you guys. Take a moment to do something I rarely do. Would you guys do me a favor? Please follow James. Please follow the dude. Please follow Tiny Dragon Scale. Follow Uranus. And as we start posting more and more about Uranus and even Titan X and X28, please start adding those base tags. #base, #base, @base. Let's get base to start seeing this shit because we are dropping the next PTGC on base. And this thing is going to go bonkers just like PTGC did. Go ahead and throw that tag in there sometimes too if you want. But let's fucking go. This is the next step in the death by 1,000 burns. I'm super fucking excited. We are way up over the lows that we had before J280. Like crypto is up and down. It goes up 3x. It comes down 90%. That happens. Let's fucking go. Okay. This is still a process we're on. We're moving forward every day. We don't stop. We keep burning. We keep building more protocols. We're moving omni-chain. This thing is going to go wild. Just hang in there. Let's fucking go. Have some fun and make sure you're deep in Uranus and tell everyone you know. All right. And follow
very well stated, Mel.
Yeah. Follow everyone in the system. Follow all the protocols. Make sure you're promoting everyone. This is how we get there. So, guys, I hope you had a good time today. I appreciate you all. Till the next time we stream about your anus. Have a good day.
Bye, everybody.